Coming up on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. It's a really wonderful show because it's about this whole series of events that are about to happen in terms of how Sacramentans make films. It's a film festival, but it's not like a regular film festival where you get something from Canada and you get it all put it all together. These films are made by Sacramentans. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. It's about you being able to make films. About 22 years ago, there was a director of this agency, and he decided that he would start a program which would allow Sacramentans to make real films. And they're wonderful films, and you're going to be able to see coming up this play, the scenes and scripts that were made by, I think there are about 10 or 11 scripts in a theater downtown in Sacramento. But we'll get to that in a bit. With me in the studio are two filmmakers who put together a film called The Not So Real Housewives of Sacramento. It's wonderful, and I've seen it. And Melissa Hutchman,
yeah.
And Griselda Garcia Osegueda. How did I do?
You did good. You killed it the first time.
So you were the producer, and you are the writer, director, worrier.
Yeah.
So did you worry about things all the way through?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun, though, huh?
It was actually.
So you're walking down the street. How do you get the idea for a film? I mean, that sounds like, like you're walking down the street and I want to really like to do this. Or is this something that I wanted to deal with personally? Like, is it a personal thing that happened?
It actually started 8 years ago at Casitas River College for my RTVF 350 class. And we had to come up with a script, and I came up with several ideas, and The Real Housewives was one of them. I ended up going through a different direction, but it was still in the back of my mind. And in the past 8 years, I've just been working on this script.
Wow. Yeah. And that's also another interesting artistic thing is that sometimes the original idea, at the time seemed to be the ne plus ultra, wow, that's going to work really well. And then you start working on it and you think, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I missed this whole area. We have to do that. So you go through that. And then you start the edit, and that pulls that back into a different position. Is that fun? Is that good? Did you edit?
No, I actually help produce and
I see.
help plan and organize. I'm one of the co-producers, so Janine Romney is the other producer.
Uh-huh.
She got me on board, and I met Melissa, and we just had excellent chemistry. But being a producer, just a little bit of everything.
It is. Many people don't think. They think about, we just point the camera at the actors and they'll do their thing.
No, there's more to it. There's more
It's
to it.
really complex. And especially when it comes to cost and timing, and how much time do you have to do it?
Yeah. I mean, I actually submitted the script 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It got rejected. And then I got the notes, and then I applied those notes, resubmit it, and then it got approved, or it got selected. And then the pandemic happened. And then I ended up getting pregnant and having a promotion at work, so I had to back out. But then I got a last-minute text to kind of resubmit. And so I did, and then it got submitted again, or got selected again. And
Well,
here we are.
that's good. It's a kind of a bumpy way to get to success, but things do happen that way, don't they?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I'm really excited by the concept of the film. So, maybe we should have a look at it and then talk a little bit about it. I think that would be good. So let's have a look at the film. It's called The Not So Real Housewives of Sacramento, and this is the, what do you call it? The
It's
original
like a
trailer.
mockumentary.
The trailer for
Oh,
it.
the 1 minute
It's meant
clip.
to get you
Yeah.
interested,
Yes.
but doesn't tell you how it ends. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at it.
Where you eat 2 boiled eggs and a whole bottle of white wine every day.
I got that whole bottle of wine down.
I saw it. It's in a magazine.
Sounds disgusting.
I think I follow that diet. So I went to the Capitol the other day, and it is a lot smaller than how it looks in the movies.
Girl, do you mean the White House? That's not here.
That's in Philadelphia.
What? No. You guys are so... Look, there's Tanya. I saw her last night at the Crocker Art Museum with another man.
What about Tom?
I heard that he went on a business trip just to get away.
I heard he got into a car accident, and he's still in a coma.
I heard he's not even the real father.
Hey girls! Not sure if you heard. Tom went on a business trip to Jackson and got into a car accident. I thought I saw you last night. Julio is just a friend.
Da-da-da-da. There it is, The Real Housewives, and that's a poster.
Yes.
Way cool, way cool. The interesting thing about the film is all the cast, the filmmaking is all the casting and making choices, and then some edits while you're going.
Yeah. Well, originally I did have an all-female cast, and then I thought, oh, I wanted to add a drag queen in there, and then I added someone who was gay.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have that gay person to be also a male.
Uh-huh.
I just want it to be diverse.
I see, an
And-
all-inclusive film. Well, it's an interesting concept, and I think it's fascinating. So, we've been talking about the film itself and the filmmaking, which I find fascinating. How it's a really complex thing, and it needs something called a producer, and you go over it. And were you there for casting during all of that time?
No, I actually jumped in 2 weeks before the project started,
Uh-huh.
and they told me where they were at, and then I just ran. I didn't even get a chance to walk.
But you've produced films before.
Oh yes, that's like
So
my
you know where
specialty.
everything goes or doesn't.
Yes. So I usually get a copy of the script and break it down, work with the director.
Yeah, yeah. So we have some pictures from behind the scenes. We may see you there, right? Going,
Maybe.
maybe. So let's have a look at those pictures from behind the scenes. Here we go. Whoa, look at that.
So that is with my DP,
Uh-huh.
Nick Westerland, and I behind him. And we're just looking at the shots.
That's a great picture.
And those are my housewives and my house band. And this is at location, running lines.
All learning lines, I see.
And this is actually my son is on the floor, and that's my
see.
cat. And we have a mouse in that jar, and she is one of our daughters to our housewife.
Fantastic.
And that's me with my baby. So I was also being a mother and a director all at the same time.
A place called Sacramento. Now, this is on the Friday the 14th, and the tickets sell out every time, folks. So if you're watching, you better jump and get your tickets right away, because either if you get a ticket, you might be sitting way in the back. But you really want to get there and get there a little early and get up to the screen and see it,
Yeah, it's
because it's
definitely-
showing up on the big screen. Can you imagine at a young age, being able to do a film and then having it up on this major screen, it totally blows people's minds. Or seeing themselves on the screen, 30 feet high.
Yeah, it's really a great opportunity that Access is giving everybody to show our films on a big screen.
Yeah, okay, well, it's a very interesting thing. So, the actors, did you do like a general audition, or did Access Sacramento have an audition, single audition that you had to cast from?
Well, Access Sacramento did provide a casting crew call, and then I also did a separate casting call.
Uh-huh. You all know actors who are good at certain, if there's the older guy actor, like me, and then there's whatever you need, right? So you know to pull those together. And then there's the development of the kind of interactions between people and working with them. Is it fun directing?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's also fun when you have a great casting crew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and this is coming up, when is it? On the
The 14th?
the 14th? It's the Friday, right?
Yes, October 14th.
There it is, comes right up in the screen when I spoke my words. Okay, the doors open at 6. So, and you can also get, I don't know if you can get if you get to the website, you might find out how to buy tickets online. That would be really fun.
Yeah, it's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, definitely one to watch, a place called Sacramento. And if you haven't been to this, I've been to it many times and totally enjoy it every time. And the energy there with producers and all of their friends and directors and is quite wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then, so we talked about the behind the scenes, and we talked about your, but what about some other films that you've done? You've produced a number of films.
Oh, yes, I have. Actually, how I got involved with Access was when I submitted my own film back in 2017, Regrets of a Dying Man. And then from there, it's just been people that know my work. I helped with Just in Time, Lollipop, and now this one.
So it becomes a kind of a group effort, and you work with one another, and you seem to click, both of you.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty easy to work with.
Very.
Okay. Well, I mean, when it gets tough times, that's where you find out how people work, when the actor doesn't show up and something has to happen.
Oh, I know how to improvise.
Yeah, or how your location kind of doesn't work out.
Well, Melissa and Griselda, thank you for talking to me on LiveWire, and I wish you well on your film. I know you worked hard on it and long on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 years in the making.
All right. So we're going to take a short pause for the cause, and take a break and show you some clips of some interesting things. And we'll be back right after these important messages.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Okay, we're back with LiveWire, and we're talking about a place called Sacramento, which is the upcoming film festival produced by Access Sacramento, who has the studio, and it also has a number of classes. You can actually learn how to work a camera, you can learn how to make films, and you can compete in making a film. And across from me is Mr. Spencer Halverson, who is a filmmaker.
I am. At least aspiring to be.
Well, I don't know. I guess you aspire until you're older, too. I'm an aspiring interviewer.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Always aspiring to do more.
I'm aspiring. Whatever. I could be fired. At any rate, so you tell me, you were walking down the street and you came up with this film, the idea?
Yeah, so I had entered a previous script in the place called Sacramento Festival before, I believe 2 years ago. Didn't get in. Rightfully so. This time, wrote a better script, got in. And then, yeah, I mean, I just came up with the idea based on the intent of entering it. I didn't have an idea per se, but I've always wanted to make a film in this festival, see it up at the Crest Theater. And then, so I kind of just came up with the idea from there.
So what's the storyline? You don't have to tell me the whole storyline.
Okay.
Just give
Yeah. So,
well, for a 15-minute film, it'll give about 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the general idea of it is it follows Kimmy, who has recently moved back home to Sacramento, and she is navigating her newfound sobriety. It kind of takes place in the week after she gets out of detox, and so kind of tackles that kind of theme, but with
Good. That's a really important theme in these days. I mean, these past few years have been drawing people more and more toward the liquor stores.
Right. Yeah, seriously.
It's like double the kind of times that we've known before.
Right.
So it's a good subject. So you wrote the film. I like the idea. You came up with the idea of the film based on what you saw in the times past, that the kind of storylines and.
Yeah, I think I mean, just a lot of us know people probably that struggle with that, so something definitely relevant to my life, but also just in a more general sense, it's about like being in that situation where you want to better your life. It doesn't have to be just about like being sober, it's just like you want to be a better person, but you have to, physically take those steps to become a better person. And it's so in a more general sense, it's about that. And
yeah.
I think that's what drew me towards it. Just trying to not fall back in those old habits that we establish as we grow up. And yeah, like I said, making the steps to become better.
Let's have a little look at the clip. Do you have a little clip here? Well, you do. Whoa! And there's also some still. So let's have and the poster.
Right.
Okay, so let's have a look at the video, and then we can look at the pictures and the movie poster. That would be good. Cool. Here we go. Back home.
Yes.
Okay, wow. Okay, I get it. I know that moment.
You've been there before?
Well, not looking for liquor,
sure,
but
something.
Looking for a Coca-Cola or something. Anything.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Anything to eat. Some cheese. Okay.
Right. Sure. Yeah, it's relatable.
But so it's fascinating, and it's interesting to see how it works out. So
yeah,
you'll
I
be
mean, my goal with it, just so nobody, I mean, that music is very somber, and but my goal with it was to have a positive outlook on the ending, and so it won't be just a sad fest.
Oh, good. So in producing it, did you make changes while you were going along? Did you add lines?
Yeah. We had the shooting script, and then the way I like to direct is I want the words to come out as naturally as possible. So sometimes the way I think of it in my head isn't necessarily the best way for my actors to say it. So I'm always open to changes of phrasing and words, as long as the original intent is there.
So the actor could actually maybe come up with a
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I once did a film where they kept handing me a rewrite, and I would do it. And we worked on it for about a half a week, just one scene.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And the scene never ended in the film.
Oh no. Sounds like they
Not
weren't
about
quite
my
sure.
acting, though.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, but of course not. Of course not.
So we have some pictures. Let's look at
Oh, yeah.
stills.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So yeah, that's my director of photography, Joshua Ladd. He's really awesome, really good friend of mine. He was recently nominated for the American Society of Cinematographers Heritage Award for his graduate thesis film. And then we filmed this in coin op. So here's another, the reverse of that, with our two actors, Shayla Larson and Riley DeCoe. They're absolutely phenomenal. I've worked with them before multiple times. They're really awesome. And coin op was very gracious in letting us film there. And then here's Josh and Chris, one of my crew guys, setting up a Dana dolly. So we're doing a moving shot. That was a really nice piece of gear to have.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, here's a couple shots of Shayla and Josh in action, getting an insert of the phone. And we used a red camera, the red Komodo. And then, Kimmy playing the piano as a motif throughout the film. And then, so that's us getting a shot of her performance in one of the scenes.
So how does it work then? If you knew her acting, is it from some other thing you saw that she did, or had she worked with you before?
Yeah, so I mean, now it's that I've worked with her before, but yeah, previously I had met her through a mutual friend. We worked on a project together, and then I saw a little bit more of her acting and the other projects she's been in. So I cast her in my last short film, and then so this is the third time we've worked together. And then for the male lead, Riley DeCoe, we're childhood friends, so we've basically started out making films together. We have an independent production company called 3 Point Pictures that we run together, as well as with Joshua Whitehorn. He's another childhood friend. We all grew up in the Sacramento area, went to high school here, and now we live in LA together.
So you live in LA now. So that's an interesting subject, because we were talking about that before the show. You were talking about entering your films in other places. So, I mean, this seems to me like make films and then enter them into film festivals.
Yeah. I mean, my last two films, I've done like the film festival circuit with it. I've been lucky enough to have my films play in like Oregon, Texas, a couple of states around the country, and I've traveled to go see them up on the big screen in a couple different places, which is really fun. That's always the best part about it, just seeing it up on the big screen.
The big screen.
Oh yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing thing so you'll be able to. Will you take like this film somewhere else?
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Texas
Definitely plan on entering it in a lot more festivals. It seems like the best way to at this stage to kind of just get more eyes on your film, and hopefully the right person sees it.
So I'm very interested also, they do the same thing in the theater, where you'll get somebody write a really wonderful play, and a theater company will do it, and that's it. And then somebody had spent days, months writing this script, and you wonder, where the play, because that person has no way to distribute or understanding that they have to study up and find out what kind of theaters in California do plays like that.
Right.
And just like you envision the storyline to fit the need. It's an amazing thing. So do you find yourself avoiding film festivals that may not want the film?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's definitely, and I think I didn't realize this at first. I was just kind of like throwing it out everywhere,
Oh,
just
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to, play the numbers game. But yeah, I think there is more of an art to it, and as far as doing the research on each festival, looking at previous films they've had in there to make sure like what you're entering coincides with what their goal is. So
I see.
That's definitely been something I've been figuring out a lot lately with the last few films that I've entered.
So you're excited by this film. No one has seen it. No regular audience have seen this.
Right. Yeah. So it'll be the big premiere. I'm excited. And at the Crest, I mean, that's super special.
Oh, the Crest is a wonderful theater, and it's been used since the beginning actually to do these.
Okay.
So there's a long history there. So you had we looked at the movie. Did we see the movie poster?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Can we have a look at the movie poster?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So there's our lead,
That's
Shayla.
terrific.
And then that the iconic Tower Bridge is definitely one of the most recognizable Sacramento locations. We have a scene that we filmed down near it, so
it looks great. And that's the one thing about Access Sacramento. The film posters are always great.
Yeah.
They're almost collectible, I think, because they're interesting, bits of creativity that were brought to the public by some people you have experience, by some people who had that's their first or second or third film.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. And anybody can enter this thing.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about it.
So we'll see you, and we're going to see you at the place called Sacramento. You'll be there?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, and that's on Friday, October 14th. Ooh, that's coming right up.
It is, yeah. I'm excited.
So people need to get online, look at Access Sacramento, and see if you can get tickets for a place called Sacramento Film Festival. And there it is, right there. So there's the www.accesssacramento.org. And I want to thank you so much, Spencer, for coming to talk to me about your film.
Thanks for having me. And thank you, Access Sacramento, for premiering my film.
It is. And say the name of the film again.
Back Home.
Back Home.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see it there. I think there are about 7 or 8 films which you're going to see there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for watching. We're wrapping up, and we will see you at a place called Sacramento coming up on the 15th. Thanks for watching LiveWire. We'll see you then.